Here I am in PowerSchool looking at my dashboard. This is called the Unified Classroom, and from here we can access the Gradebook, which is called PowerTeacher Pro. We can access the LMS, their version of Schoology, and that's called PowerTeacher Learning. But right now we're going to go into the Gradebook and see some basic functioning. So let's click on Grading on the left side here. Then we click on Score Sheet to see the Gradebook. Here's the gradebook for one of my courses. Which course am I looking at? Physics A. If I click here, I could switch to the gradebook for different courses. If you haven't seen the video on how to change the nickname, check out one of the earlier videos. Right now there's nothing to see in my gradebook. It's the beginning of the semester and I haven't added any assignments or tests or grading columns. To add a grading column, click this plus. The first time that you click the plus, you'll have to choose what you want to make your default. For your default, click on Basic Assignment. And once you click on Basic Assignment, there, you might have to click the plus a second time. After you click the plus a second time, or if you've already set up your default, you'll see this screen. By clicking in this box, you can fill in the name of the assignment. You could add homework this way, Unit 1, Day 1 homework, or you can add in tests this way. Unit 1 test. Here, we want to leave this blank unless you have a particular description that you'd like to add. This test covered Newtonian mechanics. If you want to add an attachment, you can, but it's not usually encouraged. We don't want students to have two different places for finding files. They should only look in the class pages. They don't want to come here for files. So as a general practice, don't add any files here because now you'll just create a second place where students have to look to find all of their stuff. Make sure you choose the correct grading category. We won't use these until the very end, and even then we may never use these. And then where it says student work type, always choose assignment, which is the default, and always unselect this box. There are two places where students could potentially turn in their work. They can turn it straight into the gradebook, and that's not a very easy tool to use, and it doesn't have as many options. Or they can turn it into the class pages. Those are two separate spots, and if you ever add a grading column from your gradebook, you don't want students turning work directly into the gradebook, so never check this box. Next, we can add the due date. You can click here to edit the date, or you can click on the calendar. An important thing to note is it's not possible to backdate an assignment. The date must be on or after 8/14. We can choose whether this column will show up to students immediately or on a specific date. If you choose on a specific date, you can say, well, I know it takes me 3 days to grade this test, so I don't want this to show up until 8/17. For score type, we have a couple of options. You can just choose to enter in your gradebook how many points each student scored. So if it's out of 30 points, then choosing this option means you're going to be typing in, oh, Sally got 29 points and Susie got 28 points. But if you prefer to type out percentages, you can choose this option. And then you still have to tell the gradebook how many points it's worth. But instead of saying that Sally got 30 points, you'll say Sally scored 100% and Susie got 97%, or so forth. Don't add a weighting. This is just a multiplying factor. We don't really want to do that. Instead, you should just enter here the correct number of points. And we always want to make sure we're counting it in the final grade. If you want to attach standards to this assignment, you can click the pencil here. And from the list, you will be able to choose standards once they're updated in the system. If you click this pencil, you can choose the courses where you'd like this assignment to appear. So you could, simultaneously submit this or create this column in 3 different gradebooks. If you want to only select certain students, you can do that and only assign this to certain people. Next, we hit Save and Close. And now I see my grading column right here.